Hey everyone, welcome back to another lesson here on the channel. Today we're going to be going over two things that can absolutely crush your new Amazon FBA product adventure or business adventure brand, what have you, whatever you're building, right? This will apply to you. I want to make sure you don't miss this. I've made these mistakes in the past and yeah, without further ado, let's just get right into it. If you happen to be new, be sure to like and subscribe, but yeah, here we go. I think a lot of this kind of just stems from a lack of understanding. For those of you who are new, by the way, I try and put all the value up front, so you don't have to stick around the whole time. If you get value here and you figure it out, then you're good to go. You're off the hook. So the FBA size tiers can literally make or break your Amazon FBA business. I think there's a curse going around where people just open up profitability calculator, they go, yay, make 40%, and they leave. Hooray! Like, it's a great product, and that's not the right way to do it. And there's two factors that are going to determine whether that's actually true or not. And this is great to see; it's a great start. But here's some things. So, as you're differentiating your product, creating your unique selling point, sometimes you might play around with the size of the goods you're selling, the pack size, the quantity, and all of these things might change the dimensions of the things that you're shipping. If we head over to Seller Central, we go to FBA size tiers. You just search FBA size tiers on Google, you'll find this page, and go to FBA fulfillment fees. We can see that they're broken down into tiers: small standard size, large standard size, small oversize, primarily the ones that new sellers would be selling in. Most of that would be in large standard size. And then there's a few things that happen. Okay, so first of all, large standard size product with the longest side up to 18, median side up to 14, and shortest side up to 8 inches. And small standard size don't deviate that much, except for one. So 15 inches, 12 inches, and then just under an inch, 0.75 inches. And they can only be up to 1 pound, whereas we can go up to 20 pounds in large standard size. And so if we come back to the listing that we were just on, we see that they're in large standard size not because of their weight is fine, the weight's low enough to be in small standard size, but because this length on this shortest side is 1.38, not 0.75 or 0.74. Look what would happen to those FBA fees of $4.15 if I dropped this down to 0.74. 0.74. Boom. Okay, drop almost a full dollar, or full dollar even, right? It was 1.22. Yeah, okay, awesome. So that's a small example, okay? But now, what if, for instance, this length, because of my differentiation, unique selling point that I had changed, became significantly wider? Like, it didn't go down, it went up. It's just 2 inches, right? Just 2 inches, it's 3.22. Okay, well, you just went from a 45% margin to a 35% margin. Roughly a 25% decrease in the profit you're gonna make on every single sale. Okay, that's huge. All of that could have been funneled towards advertising. So make sure that when you're making your changes, you're aware of how your packaging size turns out. And if you're really smart, you can think, how can I minimize my package size so that I have the smallest fees so that I can be the most aggressive with things like my ads? Now, speaking of ads, let's go over to the next point. And by the way, now that I gave you the first point, there'll be a link in the description to a 7-day free challenge where you can get tips like this and many more sent directly to your email for 7 days, hold you accountable. And by the end of those 7 days, you'll be able to identify opportunities, true opportunities for products you should sell on Amazon based on all of these little tricks. So it acts like a filter for your ideas, not just my gift to you. So check that out if you want to. So speaking of ads, we drop back to the main section of the market. I opened up X-ray keywords, which I keep plugging things, but there's this month alone, there's 35% off 4 months of Helium 10. My affiliate manager just reached out to me yesterday. So that's also a gift to you that I have. That's a huge discount. It's like makes it $65 a month, not $100 a month. So definitely check that out as well. But one of the tools in there is called X-ray keywords. Okay, and X-ray keywords allows me to look at certain plans, allowed me to look at the suggested PPC bid. If you don't have it here, you go back to Cerebro and look at the suggested PPC bid, another tool by Helium 10. $4.78 on every sale is insane. And now the reason that it's that high is because as you get a customer base purchasing more and more often, and repeat purchasability, the frequency at which they purchase becomes more and more, the cost to acquire a customer goes up and up, because businesses, especially if there's a large amount of demand there, start to realize the opportunity that is a customer that returns, right? It's 10 times more expensive to acquire a new customer than keep an old one on average, or maybe not even on average, but sounds pretty close to what it should be. It depends on the market, of course. How could anyone afford to pay that, right? If you need 10 clicks to make a sale, you might be paying $47 for a product that sells for $20. They might very well be doing that. You might not be wrong. It's not about is that viable or not. It's just how long can you hold your breath? Because if you can make a truly unique product that sells great, has a high conversion rate, but you can never get that cost to make a sale below what you make in a sale, if you've got $100,000 to start, it's not a problem, right? Or 200, 300 grand. Like, businesses operate on loss for years to become profitable in the future. How does that work? Right? And now we're breaking away from the main subject of this video for new sellers, but just if you're curious, there will be a crucial point at which the number of returning customers, repeat purchases, and sales you're making organically breaks through whatever it is that you're spending to acquire all those sales at a loss. And so, like I said, how long can you hold your breath? Some of these big markets, it's not about getting that to a place where you're profitable on the first sale. It'd be getting to a place where you know when you're going to become profitable, because people on average repurchase this many times, and on the third sale, I become profitable from them. And then every sale they return to me from there on, I make more profit. Now, not the point of this video, but when we head over to, there's a cool tool in Seller Central, and draw this out for some reason. You go to your side tab where all the menus are, or the menu where all the options are, go to growth, and then marketplace product guidance. And then once you're in marketplace product guidance, go to category insights. We know that this is a bully stick. It's in the category bully stick dog treats. We could see that because Helium 10 actually tells us which subcategory it's in. And right there we can see it's bully stick dog treats. And so we can come back over here. Now we just unlocked a whole mess of information about this category. We get to see demand, so monthly units sold, net sales every month, $10 million a month market. It's absolutely huge. And then search terms and their true search volume from Amazon's 7 million search volume, 6 million search volume a month. One of the coolest things we get is, you get this from Product Opportunity Explorer as well, but the search to conversion ratio. So 16% of customers that search buy a product here. That's huge. And there's a 0.2% industry average or category average return ratio. So we can now see why there is a $5 cost per click, because there's a 16% average conversion rate, and the customers probably repurchase every single month, right? So yeah, that's why that's there. However, as a new seller, what do you want to see here? Well, we want to see that I could actually be profitable on the first sale, right? Because my whole game as a new Amazon seller is figure out how to get my ads to scale profitably, so that I don't have to operate at a loss and keep figuring out the more I grow, the more trouble I'm in, the more funding I need, right? We don't want that as new basic, average income replacing sellers, right? We're not operating at the level of, we're going to go lose $500,000 to get into a market. I certainly don't have the balls to do that yet, right? So just something to think about. Something to think about. These two things, both your advertising cost. Oh, by the way that you get your how much it would be to make a sale. Conversion rate, 100 divided by your conversion rate gives you the clicks you need to make a sale. Was that 6 here? So 6 times whatever this is. So $24 to make a sale. Product costs $20. Maybe they make half of that. We saw about half of that in profit, $10. So they're basically paying 2 times a customer reordering, right? So it seems like a lot of the brands that pay this probably make their profit on a third purchase from a customer. So that might mean they're operating at 90 to 100 days of loss, right? Always acquiring customers for less until they hit that critical mass of repeat purchasers who keep coming back and breaking through the amount they're spending to acquire new customers and the organic sales they make, etc. So those are 2 things that if you forget them, it will destroy your chances of succeeding on Amazon. Hopefully that was helpful to you. Be sure to like and subscribe down below if you found any value in what I said here today. Be sure to comment. I read all the comments, and if you have any questions, I'm happy to help. Other than that, I'll see you in the next video. Thanks so much. Later.